The top 10 TV shows that need to end and the 5 you must watch. When Fonzie donned water's skies to leap a man-eater in a pond, Happy Days' best days were gone. And just like Happy Days should have ended long before its 11-season run, here's a few more favorites that need to be culled. House of Cards. It started out a stylish, subtle political thriller and slowly morphed into a tepid, dull yawn filled with plot lines that are as badly executed as they are unfathomable. Is there anyone left in Washington that scheming Democrat Frank Underwood hasn't murdered? My Kitchen Rules. Thrown together back in 2010 as a foil to MasterChef, it would go on to become one of the network's most enduring smash hits. In saying that, if I have to sit through one more minute of Pete Evans and Manu Fieldel pretending to be dazzled by a homemade chicken shawarma, I will surely expire. Real Housewives of Sydney. There was initial talk that this would hit the scrap heap after one season. However, the show was thrown a lifeline, albeit with a few tweaks, with Lisa Oldfield and Athena Leventi rumored to be cut to make way for some friendlier additions. Foxtel bosses should forget the rejig and just scrap it. The Voice. Is there any end to the shiny floor show madness? For some reason The Voice has survived despite the fact there is no evidence to suggest any of the contestants or winners can hope for success beyond, at best, a series of RSL shows. Richard Wilkins' The A-List. Can a show jump the shark before it even airs? Looking at the synopsis for Richard Wilkins' The A-List, you would have to think so. 30 minutes of Wilkins talking to celebrities is the real-life equivalent of football hits Man in Groin. Hovians, ABC. 30 minutes of Rove McManus and a panel of medium comedy talents picking apart a TV show that hasn't been good since the 80s. If the newer episodes of Doctor Who weren't bad enough, the ABC Brains Trust decided we should also be subjected to this McManus vanity vehicle. At best, dull. At worst, painful. The Footy Show. Saying the Footy Show has jumped the shark is a bit like saying Donald Trump may have overestimated his abilities as U.S. president. We know it. He knows it. And the longer it goes on, the more we all suffer. Louis Theroux, ABC. Louis Theroux has managed to carve a career out of wandering around the world, pointing at things, asking inane, obvious questions and acting stupider than he is. Theroux's aristocratic roots helped him land a deal with the BBC, where he has since pumped out a stream of pointless documentaries which poke fun at ridiculously irrelevant groups like white supremacists. Orange is the New Black. A feminist powerhouse when it began airing in 2013, American prison drama Oited now has a mishmash, unfocused narrative that never really amounts to anything of substance. Many critics have called for the show's huge cast to be culled, presumably in a bid to streamline some of the wilder plot lines. It wouldn't hurt the standard of acting too, which also seems to drop season on season. Gogglebox. If, like me, you've ever been baffled at the success of a TV show based solely on watching a bunch of self-aware couch potatoes reacting to the same few TV shows for the sake of a few sound bites, ponder no more. One word: revenue. 10 doesn't air it because they think it makes for quirky and insightful television. They air it because without it, the network would likely have fallen into receivership years ago. And 5 shows you should watch. Search Party, SBS On Demand, named by Vanity Fair as one of the best shows of 2016, Search Party is a laugh-out-loud comedy/mystery, think Columbo meets Girls. Ronnie Chieng International Student, ABC, Malaysian-born comedian Ronnie Chieng stars in this razor-sharp comedy series that nails the cultural clashes faced by an international university student in Melbourne. Broad City, Comedy Channel, now in its 4th season, Broad City, which follows 2 Jewish American women in their 20s living in New York, gets better with age. Full Frontal with Samantha Bee, SBS On Demand. Samantha Bee has become one of the sharpest political satirists in the world on the back of this series. Veep, Showcase, forget House of Cards, Veep, starring Julia Louis-Dreyfus, is considered among politicos in Washington as the most accurate depiction of American politics. Originally published as 10 TV Shows That Need to End,